pull up the agenda. You ready, ladies? Good morning, everyone. We'll call this accounts payable meeting to order at 9:30 a.m. First item of business would be the approval of minutes. I'd entertain a motion.
I move to approve the minutes of October 16th, 2025.
Support. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Okay, let's go through our list here. Our fearless leader sent me a list of questions, so I combined his with mine, and there's not too many. So we'll go through those, starting with the listing from 10/21/25. See. Right. There was a change order for the HVAC system of, excuse me, that's on 10/28. Jim did these in reverse order. That's my mistake. Let's go to 10/28 since that's how they are on the list. If you don't mind, then we'll go back to 10/21. Change order for the HVAC. Give us a little detail on that, Maurice Spears.
From the invoice, it looked like as they started looking at what needed to be done with the HVAC, that it needed a little more labor than they were expecting. And as such, they gave us an updated quote regarding that amount.
Is this on the renovation on the older wing, or is this?
Honestly, I would have to look into that. I don't have that off the top of my head.
Do you know which building it was for?
I'm not certain at this time.
Yeah,
But it's obviously not in the new building. I don't know if it's on old DT. I'm wondering if it's on one of the other buildings that they're working on out there.
it says project 2500985. Know that project. Well, you get that to us.
I will definitely get that to you, that information to you.
Okay. Okay, coming down to the airport, there's a $1,700 charge, if you will, for a new road sign. What's up with that?
Just replacing some signage out there. I can get more details from that from the.
Actually, I can fill you in there. The sign blew down.
Okay,
And so we had to replace the sign, and it's something that Airport Commission has been talking about for the last few months. And so they were finally able to get the new sign put up. So that's what that is.
okay, thank you.
Mhm.
We see now on page 2, Circuit Court, we see $11,000 worth of interpreter fees. That's a large number.
Yes, so this is a trial that had 2 individuals that needed sign language interpreters.
Okay,
And because that's a very physical type of work, they can only work in shifts. So each interpreter that we needed had to have 2 interpreters, and then that is 4 interpreters total
okay,
for several days of work.
okay. Jim had a question on page 5. He asked about a license renewal, $565, a friend of the court. Presume that's.
Yes, that's the State Bar of Michigan,
Okay.
one of our employees.
And then there was Jim asked about $6,000 campaign finance reporting. I presume that's software through IT.
Yes, that is software through IT. It is to report other finance for people running their campaign finance information through the county clerk's office.
Is this new software? Is it an update? Do we know?
I believe this is new software for our county.
Okay,
If I may add too, I believe this was approved in the prior year, and then one of the key employees was basically unable to facilitate the conversion, so they delayed it to this year. And that's why you're seeing it now.
understood. Thank you for that. I'm not going to read Jim's editorial comments on the next one, but I might. Let me get to the page. He asked a question about the jail, page 8, trustee hair and beard
Yes.
grooming.
Yes, there's an individual that is able to provide those services within the jail. Those are being billed to their personal accounts, and it did come with the receipts for those. Right, that,
So this is.
we have to pay the individual
But
because
it's
they
recovered.
can pay through, court.
This will aid
Yeah.
Jim's recovery, having an answer to that question. Okay, and that's all we had on that run. Shannon?
I now know what the change order on the HVAC at Murraysburg campus was. My apologies. That is actually for the commissioning agent. And that is because there was some delay in the way the HVAC was running, and they can't check that unless the temperature stays above 55 degrees. So
Right.
they will have to come back in the spring. So that is the change order. However, that will not be, the county paid it up front, but we will receive that on the back end from Granger through, they're going to charge back to their subs
Okay,
who created that delay.
I see. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. All right, let's go now back to 1021. Page 2, that's again on Maury Spears campus. Our question was whether or not the furniture of $78,000, is that part of the original contract?
That is correct.
Okay, that makes sense to us. Next one is the Sheriff's Department, page 12. Question about $1,642 for transportation for a fundraiser.
Yes, this was for the general public to go to an event for victims services. It's an annual event that the sheriff office holds.
How does fundraiser tie into that?
I am not certain on that, but it is an event to raise funds would be my assumption.
Is this the food event that they have, or they bring in
Uh,
food vendor? Do we know which event this is?
It's-
For victims' rights?
Victim services, I am not certain. It'd be through the sheriffs instead of as opposed to the prosecutor.
It says
can-
transportation for fundraiser.
Yes, that was a bus to travel individuals, public, from the public to that event. It wasn't to Tecumseh.
We need to check into that one a little
Yep.
more.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. And the last one, all we have is, and I'm 2 minutes over my self-imposed time frame. For, mowing at 410 Beecher, that's the land, that's the Dura property, I think.
Mhm.
Though when I looked on the GIS map, it had it listed as 412 Beecher, but this says 410. Maybe there's multiple
I
parcels.
think there's a couple parcels there. Mhm. And those are not paid out of general fund. Those are actually paid through the land bank, but
Yeah.
it was represented in this,
Yeah,
this, AP group.
understood. Okay, anybody else have any questions? That's all we have. Or I have, we, through,
Mhm.
okay, then we need a motion to recommend these to Ways and Means, right?
Yes, I move that we recommend the accounts payable edit listings to Personal Ways and Means.
Support, discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, approved. Any other business? No public comment? I move that we adjourn. Why are you guys laughing at me?
Move that we adjourn.
Support, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye.